All right, we are live now. So this is Indie Talk with Jesse and Jeryn, featuring our first ever tag team on the show, the Summit, featuring Derrick Fury and Joseph Alexander. How's it going, guys?
Hey,
how's it going?
What's up?
What's been going on?
Just enjoying the storm.
Enjoying the storm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just noticed it was really pouring outside, and then my parents over in the city said it was like hailing a little bit.
Yep.
I'm like, geez.
It's hailing. Definitely hitting the windows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not good stuff. So, yeah.
Heck yeah. I'm excited. I'm a fan of the show.
Same.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see your little the figures you be putting together too. Little action figures.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say you can do some of us, but I don't know how you're gonna do the do-rag for him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I could probably figure out some kind of cloth or sculpting or something. So
That'd be so dope, though.
You're gonna have to find a really tiny figure. It's gonna have to be like a miniature figure to make it life size.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There's so many guys want figures now, and it's really insane. And I think a couple times or a few weeks ago, we had Mr. Stonehenge, and he's like, "Hey, you better get my figure done." Systems like, "Get my figure done," and everyone in the Midwest is like, "Where's my figure now?" So it's pretty wild.
Blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
Blowing up.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I've been really busy with that, busy with the show, going to Midwest wrestling shows and pretty much keeping up on all social medias. So yeah.
Yep. Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then as of recently, I've Jesse and I started watching your stuff online, or both of your guys' stuff online, and that he'll be
He'll be back.
So you watch stuff, huh?
Yeah. Been watching both of your stuff, and I think the first time I saw you guys was at the All Out Pro Wrestling show. I saw some videos from that, and Pete King was talking about it as well. So the commission made or All Out Pro Wrestling. So yeah,
right on. Yeah. Because the last show we just did for Pete, I think that was the first time we were together as a team.
That was the first time, yeah. Yeah, because the first show that we worked for Pete, you were in a tag match against Team Bam, I think, and I wrestled Zach Neal.
Yep. So we weren't actually – we were a team, but we didn't actually, like, get to wrestle as a team until just recently for him.
Okay.
So it was actually pretty cool. It was – I don't know. It was more comfortable with him than because I think the show before that I wrestled with Kenny Defiance as a filler for him. So for Pete we haven't been able to show completely what we're capable of, but hopefully in the future we got some stuff lined up that we can put some good stuff out for Pete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I was just seeing that and thought it was cool that, if it's your first time tagging together in that promotion, that's definitely an awesome thing. And watch some clips of that, and that was pretty good. So,
it was against Night Court, and they're a little bit older, a little more old school wrestling. So it was kind of fun. It was so easy. It was so fun though.
Yeah, they still beat the brakes on you though. They put a whooping on you though. I felt that on the apron watching that.
If you go back and watch those chops, those were the chops to the side. Oh, I had handprints for like a week. That was pretty legit. Had all the kids coming up like when we were selling shirts and doing autographs, and they were just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like the kids were just looking at my back. It was pretty rough. They're very good. They're very old school though, so. That was pretty. It was pretty fun wrestling them. Different, easier style. It was very simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think up until that show when I was seeing stuff, or when I first started watching the at least social media of All Out Pro Wrestling, I heard of the Night Court, and that was a pretty interesting tag team. They did the vignettes and stuff, and I
Yep.
thought it was interesting. And then pair them with you guys, and thought it was pretty good. So
Yeah, it was pretty solid. We had the crowd chanting Judge Judy to Judge Jesse. I don't know how much you could hear in the audio of that, but that was fun. So we had the Judge Judy chant. That was cool. Yeah, that was fun. For MAW, I don't know if you watched the Lift Bridge match. It was against Leonard Literacy and Jerry Ulrich. That was fun. That was probably one of my favorites. There was so much in that match that happened, but that was probably one of my favorites.
That was a good one. I feel like that was where we actually started realizing that we gelled as a tag team though, because everything was just so pretty and fluid. I don't know, that match just felt right.
Which I'm still pushing for Fury versus Jerry. I want to see that. They're like the same person, not.
Yeah.
They're like the same size. I feel like that could be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that definitely would be really cool. So, yeah. Yeah, I think any combination like that is definitely a good combination for that, like that high flying match, because they both definitely got that. So, yeah.
And then I don't know, like Leonard Literacy. The two of us go way back with Leonard Literacy, way back. Like that's when we first started. Like we've known him forever. Like we could probably wrestle without talking to each other. Like we've known him since the beginning. So that was really cool. So I don't know, Jesse, because you were at the Fairbolt show, right, Jesse? Where it was the system. Yep. So that was kind of real. Where TJ Leonard Literacy, he actually did like vouch for us to bring us in. Like that was actually pretty real. But no, he's been a friend of ours for a long time. So shout out to him, because I think this, the 14th, I think he's in a tag match with he's partnering with Cowboy Bob Orton or whatever. That's pretty cool. That's huge for him. That's big. Like I'm excited for him for that. Him against the Goon, and I don't remember even who else is in that match with him, but like the Goon and
BJ Seastrom, I think.
Yeah. That's who it is, BJ.
Yep. So shout out to Leonard for doing that. But yeah, no, we go way back. So that match, any match with Leonard would be fun. So hopefully we get to keep going with that in MAW. That'd be fun. So
I've known Leonard for I think about 2 years now. I first saw him at an MIW show last summer, and I think June. It was probably like the first show back from all the coronavirus stuff. Went to that show, got to see him versus Rampage Santana, and that was really, really cool to see both of them for the same first time. And both great guys. And Leonard, he's a veteran of the game, and that's really cool that you guys have started together as well. So
it's same thing along with Wild Pete. Wild Pete was right there with us too at the beginning. I've known him forever, so I'm looking forward to wrestling him again. Hopefully one day. We put on some matches way back in the day in a little place called MCW, Minnesota Championship Wrestling. That's where me and D know each other from. We all wrestled together when there was really no other like wrestling organization around here at the time. I think it was like NIW or something when they branched off. But so a bunch of us all came from there. We used to wrestle in St. Paul. That's like Demetrius, like Fury. I've wrestled him so many times I can't even count. Like I don't even know how many times I've wrestled him. So ladder matches, Iron Man matches.
It's kind of like,
didn't even know what we were doing.
Yeah, we wrestle each other so much. It's like you know what you're doing before you even do it. You know what I mean? That's kind of. that's kind of how many times me and Joe wrestle each other. So it's nice actually tagging now, so I don't have to deal with him anymore.
Yeah. I'm known. You can ask people. I try to be safe, but I'm known to be a little stiff. Like when I kick you, I'm probably kicking you a little hard, and I'm expecting a receipt back. But so him being as little as he is, I've kicked him pretty hard a couple times. So
yeah. Huh.
But
did you get him back?
He tries.
He tries.
Tries. Whatever.
His forearms are pretty rough. That's because they're mostly just bone, but it's there.
We're supposed to be a tag team, dude. Why are you? Why you throwing shade while we're on the?
Okay.
Throwing shade while we're on the show, bro.
To be fair. Well, to be fair, if you ever so whoever watches it or looks at our social media like Facebook, me and him are always capping on each other back and forth, nonstop. So we're fun. We're a good time. We try to be. But
yeah.
He's like my little big brother. For real, in real life.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But
that's how a tag team gels. So.
Actually, yeah, that's actually probably why it actually works as well as it did or does, I should say, because the real life brotherly friendship thing is actually there. So it really does work. But it works.
Yeah, I think that's what makes probably the best tag teams. And I mean, you got all these tag teams in WWE. They usually just stick them together, and they probably don't gel, and they have no going on. And
if you could only hear the things we say to each other, like when we're tagging in and out, or like the things we say in the matches that you shouldn't hear, we just mess with each other so bad. It's pretty rough. I'm pretty sure like front row crowd hears it, but there's things we say that we shouldn't be saying probably. Yeah, we mess with each other a lot. It's fun. To make it the easiest way to say it, oh boy. Weather alert.
Yep. Good to Minnesota.
No, like
oh man.
That's funny. Minnesota. No, we what was my train of thought?
Is that coming from me?
It's coming from me.
Oh, it's that's awesome. Get shelter.
Yeah.
That's such a Minnesota Midwest thing to do. Sirens going off, everything. Get shelter. No, we're fine. We're good. It's all good. It'll pass.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Take cover now.
Take cover, Jan.
Take cover.
That's funny. Wish you guys. Oh, that's cool. I can actually see the comments too.
Oh, you can see it. Yeah. We've been getting a lot. I'm trying to keep up with it right now, but
wish you guys could have WW. Oh yeah.
Shout outs in the comments right now. Dick Yerk says, "Boo the summit, LOL."
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah.
Yeah, of course he did. Rich.
Good
Rich,
guy.
you dick, because your name's Dick. Yeah, that's an ongoing thing.
And then, I mean, he does say that the summit needs to go to Below Zero Wrestling, though. What are your thoughts on that?
I want to work anywhere.
I would work anywhere, but yeah. Well, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I want to work anywhere. Wrestling is fun again. Actually, being able to team with Joe, we've been trying to do this for a while, and I don't know. For me, it's just a lot of fun, and I just want to work, man. I just want to, as long as the neck holds up, I'm down for wherever.
Yeah.
I've been I've been the one getting beat on to preserve his neck. So you're welcome.
Been doing this for 14 years longer, man. You know that.
Yeah. No, but below zero would be cool. We actually, before we really started teaming, we were actually working out in like North Dakota, so doing shows there. So that's kind of where I got the ring rust off for a little bit. So yeah, I would go back to North Dakota. We would actually travel together 6 hours into North Dakota. Mandan, those trips. But Dick, because his name is Dick, he would actually be the one to drive us. We'd actually carpool out. So those shows were pretty cool though. It got the ring rust off for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we won't talk about that company or anything. But below zero, definitely we would definitely play with that. We know a bunch of people in North Dakota, a lot of workers out there. So I would definitely do that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Nick Nelson?
Yeah.
The natural Nick Nelson. If you ever see a match of him versus Derrick Fury, they had probably, and this is for real, like I'm not even kidding. They honestly put on like one of the best matches I've seen. Him and Nick Nelson. It was really good. It was probably his best match he's had. It was really good. That was probably what, like 6 months ago?
Yeah, something like that. It was pretty flawless, honestly.
Yeah, that was really good. Nick Nelson, I feel like Nick Nelson's on Below Zero, a bunch of other stuff. The natural Nick, he's really good. He needs to get blown up, get seen. He's so good.
Yeah.
So shout out to Nick Nelson.
Shout out to Nick Nelson. Nick Nelson.
Hopefully he's watching.
Yeah, he might. He might see it.
You might.
I'll clip it and take it to him.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jeryn Roller. He's in like NWA and he's really good.
Oh, okay.
Really good. A lot of talent in North Dakota. I feel like you don't hear about it as much.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, from at least the like very beginning parts of North Dakota, there's not a whole lot of wrestling companies. There's only two, and I mean nobody. Yeah, like you said, I don't think anybody really knows about those companies or knows about the territory. And there's so many guys up there that's just cool.
Yeah, like for sure. Like I think Jeryn, I think he does NWA, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Also, there's been a couple cool guys that have gone to NWA. I think as of recently, we saw Garrison Creed there, who Jesse has seen a few times. So, a lot of times. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met him, but I've seen a lot of his stuff. Like I feel like we just keep missing like on shows and things, but
yeah.
So there's a couple people that I am looking forward to hopefully running into. But we'll save that.
Yeah. All right. Jesse, I'll let you go with the question.
All right. So when you guys return to the MAW, who's the first team you're going to target?
Well, we're just going straight on the straight shooter here. Hold on, let me take it, Joe. Joe, let me take it. I want whoever has the tag titles. I really don't care. I don't care what team it is. It's just whoever has the tag belts. That's who I want.
Okay.
Right now it's Rampage Santana and his little. I don't even know who his partner is. I just want the belt.
Here's a fair question though. Here's a fair question. Besides that Fairbolt show, was that the last time they even like defended those titles?
That's the last
How
time
relevant are those titles? Rampage Santana is a tag team champion, but you would not know that.
Yeah,
everything he's done, especially in MEW lately, it's been like singles. He doesn't even come out with the belt when he comes out. So we essentially want to make tag team wrestling and the tag titles relevant at something,
Yeah.
Whether it's MAW, hopefully eventually, All Out Pro Wrestling. Pete. Get on that, Pete.
We want gold.
But yeah, we honestly just feel like there's tag team wrestling, but it's not as relevant as it could be here. Like most of the teams here, I mean, there are some good teams here. Don't get me wrong. Before I say that, there's definitely a bucket list of teams, but there's a lot of teams here that are just kind of put together of two guys and just make a tag match because they need a tag match on the card. Like, there's not really a whole lot of like actual tag teams around.
And then,
there are some, but
yeah, and think about it this way too. When you think about tag team wrestling, like around this area, the one tag team that everybody ever says or like sticks out is NDS. You know, that's the one tag team that you see is out there busting butt and doing their thing. You know, we're trying to do this, and you know, not trying to say that we're not on that level because we're actually not on that level yet. But that's where we're trying to be, is on that level where we can make tag wrestling relevant again and actually have people thinking, hey, there's a tag match where tag titles can main event a show. You know what I mean? Because right now all you hear is NDS,
which is cool, and that's on the bucket list
Cornell
of
and his
teams.
tag partner, but I don't know who Duke Cornell's tag partner is. I know Duke Cornell, but I don't know who his tag partner is. You know what I mean? So like you could tell, the Summit's a tag team. We're branded. It's on the tights. We got shirts. You know, we're a team. We've been rivals for over a decade. We know how each other works. We were good at singles, and now we're just trying to make tag team wrestling a thing again.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, I really don't see a whole lot of like actual like tag teams. They are usually just put together, and I've seen so much of that. I'm like, where are the tag teams? And I think the one that really stands out for sure though is 3 Under Par. They've been in it for a long time. So yeah, they've been in the Midwest. Rick McCarthy and Chadwick Wentworth III. So one that stands out.
So there are some, and like I said, those are pretty much our bucket list teams to wrestle for sure. But yeah, like the MAW thing, like legit kind of gets to me because there's no real teams there. Like the tag champions are not even a team. Like Rampage, like I believe is like main event heavyweight champion quality with the system and like, so it's kind of like, okay, it's the tag, him being a tag champ is kind of like irrelevant to me. Like like I said, he doesn't even come out with the belt when he comes out. It's all just him being singles and doing his thing. So it's like, okay, well, we're gonna try and make these relevant. I guess
let me correct you real quick, because Rampage does come out with the tag belts. He comes out with both of them.
I didn't see him with it.
He won the tag titles. He comes out with both of them. But either way, the belts don't really matter right now. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're just walking around with something that doesn't matter at the moment. So and that bugs me because wrestling in itself is an art, but tag wrestling is truly an art. Like it can either be really fantastic or it can be really bad. You know what I mean? You put 2 singles guys in there and then they're just trying to get their own stuff in. You know, they're not working as a team. They're not looking. I don't know. To me, tag wrestling is a totally different monster, and it just doesn't get the recognition that it deserves.
Yeah.
I think a lot more variables to come into play.
Yeah. Well, the main thing is that like Lil Nate, I don't think he's really done any recent shows. I see him post on Instagram for his. I don't know if he's trying martial arts or mixed martial arts or anything, but he's been doing some like boxing stuff. I'm like, where are your why aren't you on recent shows? And Rampage doesn't have the belts or really carried the belts at all, and I think people kind of forgot that they won it at the Steal the Main MAW collab show in January or something. So so I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do hope that hopefully that they do defend it, and I think the Summit definitely would be a great tag team for them to face. So
Heck yeah.
Heck
yes.
Yeah. And I'm looking in the comments now. I think another fantastic tag team for you guys to face, according to Derrick He says the Summit versus the Hardy Boys at Grand. I think that would be pretty interesting.
I would retire. I would wrestle them and retire. That would
I'd be fine. Yeah.
They're at the
Like,
top.
Yeah, which is what's really awesome about that is the fact that it's actually possible now with like them being in AEW and doing all these shows. They were just here in Wisconsin like this weekend or whatever it was.
Yeah,
they wrestled. Like it's doable, but that's what's cool. So I guess you can't say like never say never, but like if that ever happened, I don't even know where to go from there at that point. Like,
yeah, you get bigger than that.
Like, okay, I'm done.
That's bigger than the tag championships at that point. So,
but yeah, that's just Dick being a mark. That's fine. He can.
Oh yeah.
Summit. Oh, what's that say? Summit will be used.
Northern Lights Wrestling. Let's go. Okay. I'm cool with that. Let's rock it.
No snowstorms this time. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do a show for them like January or something, but it was the day like we got this crazy blizzard and we were stuck and like it was rough. So like only Fury made it. I couldn't make it. I was too far out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So that'd be cool. That would be cool to actually do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I've heard of them a little bit. I remember seeing one like advertisement. I think it was all the way back in last year sometime. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. So.
Because I think you tagged with Rampage. I think it was.
Yeah, that was the main event. It was me, Rampage, and Golden Gate actually. And then we wrestled it was the Emperor, and I can't remember who else. You got to excuse me. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was a fun show still. But it was a fun show.
The Emperor is another one that doesn't get a lot of credit. I feel like he's been on a bunch of shows with us lately, whether it's AFEW, NWC. He's been pretty cool. We've wrestled him a couple times.
He's good stuff.
Cool. Yeah, he's good stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of his
stuff.
Shout out
to the Emperor.
Good stuff. Yeah, it's definitely a cool name. Yeah. Just to backtrack a little bit, I want to go back to the beginning. I want to hear from both of you how you guys both got into wrestling and your very early wrestling career.
You can go first.
I'm sorry, I got a lot. What was the question again? I apologize.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about how you got into watching wrestling and your very early career.
You go first, Joe.
Oh, you son. Well, I was probably about 15, 16. And what are you looking at me like that for? I was like 15 or 16. And there was a wrestling show on, like public access wrestling show called XBW, Extreme Brutal Wrestling. So I was like, oh, that looks fun. And then I contacted them because they were local, public access. And they would do like shows once a month. And then they would have like a public access show weekly where it was like a talk show style show and the wrestlers would come out, do like the interviews, and they would set up matches for the shows. It was actually pretty cool for its time. They wrestled at a gym like Conway Rec Center every month. So I got into that. The one dude, the franchise, Nick, you remember him? He was the one that actually started like teaching me how to bump, run the ropes, kind of. And then they're like, "Here's a dark match, go!" And oh man, we would have like the whole match written down on paper, like move for move, and like. Oh, it was rough. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know how I didn't get hurt. I was like 16 thinking I was the man. Like they called me Suicide. That was my name, was Suicide. Because I would do like 450s and jump off of stuff. And like lo and behold, Suicide happened in TNA like years later. So I was kind of like mad. But
the original here.
The original. I'm the originator, I guess. But it was so like looking back at it now, I cringe when I watched that. That was so rough. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I came out in like black sweatpants, a cut off T-shirt, And like I didn't have shoes. I wore socks.
You wrestled with socks on. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I wore socks because I didn't have wrestling shoes. I didn't have wrestling shoes, and I was like, this looks stupid without wrestling shoes. Well, lo and behold, it looked even dumber with just socks on. So I was like this 16-year-old kid. Oh, it was rough. Which then XBW like stopped, and then that's where it branched off into MCW and NIW, and that's where that MCW came into play, which kind of ties into where he comes in. So you're up.
Yep, I met you at MCW.
Yep,
See,
MCW.
I don't know. Wrestling's weird because I mean, does it count that when I was little, I used to wrestle in my tidy whities and cut up socks for wristbands and use big log socks as wrestling boots? Because that's what I used to do. I just, it's just really weird. I honestly was like, I was wrestling in the yard. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I was wrestling in the yard. Got an opportunity to wrestle in. It was a buddy's birthday party. He had a ring. And a guy came up to me and was like, "You've never bumped in a ring before?" And I was like, "No, I don't have any experience. I don't know what I'm doing." Like, I tried to do a springboard, but instead of springboarding, I crawled up the ropes and jumped off. Like, that's dumb. So I had no idea what I was doing. And I wrestled for a few companies, did some seminars, and then I ended up in MCW with Joe, actually. And did a little like training thing for his company he was with at the time, and he no-sold all my moves because I got paired with him because they were trying to do a tryout. So he no-sold everything.
I did.
So we did like the same moves. So he just no-sold all my stuff, and then I don't know.
I think like he gave me like a suplex, and I just got right back up. I was like, nope.
Dude, I hit you with a spin wheel, and you just no-sold it and looked down at me like I was a fly or
something. He hit me with a spin wheel kick, and he just bounced off, and I just stood there. Oh, it was so bad. It was. Oh, we hated each other at first. We didn't really hate each other. We were just kind of told like,
I couldn't stand you.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. But
I thought you were the biggest a-hole I've ever met in my life. Honestly,
dude, I was. They literally were like, these new guys just be dicks. Just be dicks. So I was the biggest dick I could be, and I just no-sold any of his stuff. And then like outside of it, we started talking, and I was like, okay, he's actually pretty cool. We have a lot in common. And then like I came up with this move, like an unprettier from the top, which sounds ridiculous, but it works somehow. But I was like, hey, you want to try this? And then like we tried the unprettier from the top rope. Stupid, I know. And ever since then, we were buddies. We were besties.
Ebony and Ivory, baby.
Ebony and Ivory. So backyard wrestling brought us together.
Right.
Go figure.
We had the same terrible trainer too.
Yeah. Jason
Bain.
Jason Bain. Yeah. I mean, he did teach us some basics where we were able to like. It was better than what we knew at the time, but yeah, Jason Bain. Yeah. He I don't even know where he is or what he's been doing, but I haven't heard of that guy since. But yeah, Jason Bain trained us. And then I did seminars with his name's Matt Burnsfield, but Nick Mondo, Sick Nick Mondo.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, I did some seminars with him, and then I did some seminars with Terry Taylor. So I actually learned a lot more in those seminars than I did a whole entire summer with Jason Bain. So, yeah, that's kind of where that kind of happened. Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. I've never been to wrestling seminar, but I've always heard of them in the area, and people usually get a lot out of them. So it's definitely cool.
Oh yeah.
These seminars and you learn. So, yeah.
Yeah. I back then around it was probably like 2002-ish, 2004-ish, 2005-ish. Back then, like I didn't know anything about like wrestling schools or anything like that. So that would have probably been the more appropriate route to go, but that came a little bit later when I found that out. But So seminars were my way, and then learning as I went. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, and Jesse.
All right, so what do you guys think of the tag team bad role models?
Mm.
Funny that I love their manager.
Yep.
I love their manager.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. Like every time I see him and he's doing his shtick, I start laughing.
Yep. I laugh.
I it's kind of hard because we're heels in MAW, so it's like I can't work them now. You know what I mean? But I would love to work them
Right.
one day. Like I would love to get in there and just I want to work everybody. I'm not, but yeah, let me do just like a little promo with their manager. Let me do a little skit because he's hilarious. I would probably break character,
Yeah.
but it's fine because he's hilarious.
Yeah.
But no, I like
He
them.
is
I think
awesome.
they're good. They do good stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
I haven't got to watch them too much, but those couple things we did see, I was like, okay, they'd be fun to work. And of course, their manager, yeah. I think they're doing something like dog food or something right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, he would like.
Listen, I'm sorry, but you can't pay me enough to make me eat dog food.
Yeah.
Like I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah. Especially this late in the game. I don't know if you want to do that at all. So have the young guys do it. It's fine. So
They'll eat the dog food.
Mhm.
Heck no.
Yeah. Jesse, do you want to talk about that match that's coming up this Saturday?
Yeah, so what's going to happen is it's a tag team match, it's Mitch Paradise and Chef LeBeau against Soul Fresh and the Bad Role Models, and whoever loses that match has to eat dog food.
That's what it is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Hey. Nope.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And just 24 hours ago, Soul Fresh had to take a COVID test, which came back negative. So he will be there. So
okay, good.
Yeah.
That would have sucked.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would
that's
have
for sure.
big match. So
Mhm.
Oh, that would have really sucked.
especially when you got Mitch Paradise and then pretty much a celebrity guest of Chef Jeff. So,
Yeah.
actual chef is gonna wrestle. So apparently he's MAW, but yeah.
I am impressed with how much they actually draw for people at the Legion in Faribault.
Mhm.
That was shocking to me. I did not know it was going to be that many people there when we went that last show. That was nuts.
Yeah, it was
I was like,
packed.
wow. It was. I forgot what they said, how many people were there, but it was a lot. It was like 400 people or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was crazy. I really liked that venue now that we were there.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully future we'll get to mess around in that venue. My girlfriend's actually from there too, so Faribault. So that's kind of a nice little spot to go. You might see us there some more, hopefully.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think the Legions always do good for wrestling events in general, and it's just cool to see just bringing wrestling to a Legion, and I mean that'll bring out wrestling fans and then just people in general. They'll be like, "Oh, there's wrestling at the Legion tonight. That's really cool."
yeah, it was fun for like the 5 minutes we were like doing our thing because we were sitting there as like part of the crowd with Leonard, like him doing his thing, and then when we turned or whatever. And we got in the ring and did all that. The amount of how much those people were into it and like yelling at us and like we were like, okay, we just, like I didn't want to leave, like I wanted to keep going, like, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we've established that you guys have wrestled since pretty much like the early 2000s. But is there anything that you guys hope to accomplish more in wrestling, or something you guys haven't accomplished that you want to?
D.
Yeah. I just want to hold. I just want to hold tag belts with Joe. We've been across the ring from each other all the time. We finally got the tag team going. we've both held singles titles. You know, that's cool and everything. But he's honestly like my brother. You know, he's like a brother from another mother, and it would be cool to actually be able to hold tag titles with one of my best friends. You know, one of my favorite humans on this planet. So I think that's the goal. We've been talking about it for years, and we finally are doing it. You know, and it just sucks that when we had all this momentum going, we both get hurt. You know, so. But yeah, that's always the goal. Is just I want to win tag titles. I want to take the cute little picture with all the tag belts that we have, and I want to be that guy. Damn it, that's what I want to do.
And I guess more importantly though, it's been like, I guess it's been like really fun again. Like made wrestling really really fun. Doing the road trips again, and then just wrestling again. It's just been really really fun. Like I guess that's the easiest, simplest way to put it, but it just made it with tagging with him made it really fun again. So we've been just like I said, we mess around, we try to have fun. There's a lot of things you don't see that happens in our matches. That's fun, but so I don't know. It's just been really fun, and obviously want to make tag team wrestling around here more like relevant again. So
I think
part of it.
Yeah, I think anywhere in the world, like I don't think tag team wrestling it's kind of lost its like heritage from like the 80s and 90s, and now it's just kind of there. And there's occasional tag teams, there's occasional people put together in a tag team, and I don't think it's definitely. I think the wrestling world is definitely missing some tag team wrestling. So
and then I guess to kind of go back to MCW days when we were, still learning and whatnot. I ended up wrestling Samoa Joe. Wow, that was a wake-up call. That was a learning experience. Holy crap. I thought he was going to kill me afterwards.
Yeah, he beat your ass.
Yeah. Oh, man. He was... And then Fury actually wrestled Colt Cabana one time. So we thought we were like the shit. Like we were like Cloud9. Man, we were wrong. So that was kind of a good humbling moment to where we're like, okay, we got to get our crap together.
Sure.
Because you see a lot of like younger guys now that are really good, but the one thing that kills them is like their attitude, or like their real life, like the way they look at the business, or their attitude, or like thinking they're like the greatest thing ever, even though like they are good. But it's like, okay, it's like your talent will get you so far, but your mouth will end up killing your momentum quicker than anything. Like, so it's kind of interesting to watch some of these newer upcomers and stuff. There's not really anyone like that completely. There's a couple, but it's very interesting to watch, because it's like one day you're gonna be humbled and you're gonna be like, man, I'm learning this now. So.
Well, that's the thing too, is when people get to a certain point, they think they stop learning, but in wrestling, you never stop learning. You're always learning. There's always something you have to learn, So.
Yeah. I mean, even the great Mitch Paradise is probably still learning stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. If your mindset's just like you think you know everything, like you're messing up. Like stop. Like you're always learning, picking up new things. Like it's just never stops. Always work on the basics. Like it just never stops. So I guess that's any advice for any young wrestlers now listening. Like,
oh God, are we old now?
We're old. We're damn old.
We're almost there.
Damn old. So one other thing too is there's another tag team, Ghetto Gear Solid. I don't know if you heard of them. Kaz Carter and was it Rashad?
Rough Rider Rashad.
Yep. They're awesome. Kaz did the APW show, wrestled Danny Duggan.
Yeah. I think that sounds familiar. So.
Yep. So that is something that is supposed to happen in the future. and will happen. I'm gonna make sure of it. That was supposed to happen before we got hurt, and now that we're hurt, that obviously got pushed a little bit. But that for sure is gonna happen. You should watch some of their stuff. They're really good. But that match I think will be the first match that we'll actually probably go all out for with Pete, where it'll probably be really, really good. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what I want. We've been wanting to wrestle them for so long, and then it finally happens, and then we get hurt, and it's like, oh, gotta wait. Like, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely be cool to see that. So, yeah. Looking at the comments here, I think definitely a cool comment here from Dick Yerk. He says, "Evolve with the business, don't fight the evolution." Thought it was kind of interesting. So, I don't know. Maybe he's saying don't like fight the
Evolve.
fact that there's no more learning or in the business or something like that. So.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah, because the way the business is changing now too, it's a lot. It's not so much old school wrestling anymore. It's a lot of more. I feel like it's more so like turning into high flying, more spot festy. Like the psychology is different.
Might be what he's.
I'm thinking that's what he's talking about, but once again, Dick's a dick, and he can have it.
I think he just likes to hear himself talk and like read his own comments. I don't know, you know.
Yeah. Go shave your beard, Dick. Go shave your beard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Jesse.
We love Rich. Rich is a good guy.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'm going to put you both on the spot. We were just talking about little Nate here. Do you guys see anything out of him?
I don't think it's bringing much here at all.
Out of little Nate?
Yeah.
I mean, he has to actually wrestle for me to see something.
Yeah.
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 That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could barely hear you.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's done anything, and I first saw him a few years ago, I think 2017, and Steel the Main, and then he pops up again in MAW, and now I guess he's the tag champs, but he's not doing much. So I
haven't really seen anything.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Is I really haven't seen his work, so I can't really say anything.
Yeah.
Once again, that's kind of I don't know if there's something with that or why, but who knows?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He has something.
Once I see something, I'll let you know. Once I see anything, I'll let you know.
All right, sounds good. What are your thoughts on your wrestling career when you started versus now?
Go ahead,
that's
sir.
not fair.
Oh, that's
well. Let me take this one because it's kind of funny because the way like we were just kind of goes back to what we were talking about before, like how the business is different. I'm a little guy, and back then it was really like about the bigger guys getting all the bookings and everything. I wasn't getting booked for the longest time just because I was so small. And now that the little guys are in and the high flying and everything like that is like huge. I'm getting older. I can't keep jumping off of balconies and flipping over the top rope all the time. I kind of wish it was, in a sense, I kind of wish it was how it was then, like it is now, where little guys were more accepted. But I don't know. It's cool because I was able to hone my craft more. I'm a lot better. I'm not a spot monkey anymore. I wasn't doing it just to try to get booked. I'm like, well, I'm little. I can actually wrestle if I really need to. I mean, don't get me wrong, like jumping over the top rope and stuff, but I don't know. It's weird. Wrestling is a weird thing.
Yeah, if you would have seen some of the stuff this man jumped off of, I don't know how he's still walking. I don't know how he doesn't have the broken leg. Like, The stuff he jumped off of, man.
Pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah. Balconies. On the balconies back in the day, off like the ladders to the like concrete floor.
Oh,
Stuff. Yeah. Man, you're lucky I caught you half those times.
Oh yeah, I know.
No, it's basically kind of the same thing. Like I definitely back in the day to now, I definitely changed my style where I'm more like strikey, and I try to have more psychology behind everything, make things make sense, build to certain things. Like things mean more when you build to them and then do it, rather than just going spot after spot after spot. Like people aren't going to remember that. Like build something or do like I don't. And then like with tag wrestling, it's even better because it's like with tag wrestling you can build certain things, and then pay off. Like yeah, so it's kind of. You definitely have to change, especially getting older. Like I can't be doing 450 flips and like doing crazy stuff like that now. So I definitely change up the style a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
due time.
Always definitely cool to see like what wrestlers' thoughts are when they first debuted and now, because I mean it's definitely vastly different whether you're in the business for a little bit or just as long as you guys have been. So.
Oh yeah, like when we go back and watch our old stuff, it's almost cringeworthy. Like we were like, wow, how did we even make it this far? Like who booked us? Like wow, why were they? Like what in the world were we doing?
I mean, honestly, the only thing that's the same about me is the do-rag, man. I keep the do-rag. That's the trademark. But other than that,
Yeah.
I was wrestling in windbreaker pants and a T-shirt and, some Allen Iverson shoes. Like, it was all, it wasn't it.
With some janky kick pads.
Yeah.
Because kick pads were the thing.
Yeah.
You ain't got no pair of kick pads, you didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like a traditional gear now. So, I mean, boots is like the old school thing, and now kick pads are like kind of the new school, kind of oldish thing. So,
see the thing though about the boots for me is like it would never be comfortable for me to wear the boots. Like I would put them on and it sucked for me. So I've always worn like just normal wrestling shoes with the kick pads over it. Like the boots to me I could not do. Like I felt like I was gonna break my ankle in the boots. I could not move in those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I mean, kick pads. You just wrap it around your leg, and whereas a boot, you're actually like you got to step all the way in, and
yeah,
I don't think there's much padding that a boot is really much. So
yeah, the kick pads just go right up over, and then you got the knee pad, the kick pad. It's all I need. Plus, I kick people. I kick people a lot, so the kick pads are actually they appreciate that I have the kick pads. Trust me.
Yeah. All right. What else is there? So I know you guys. Yeah, I think I talked about it a little bit, but yeah, early 2000s, you guys started wrestling. Did you guys ever run into Aaron Corbin?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we did. He actually did some MCW shows back in the day with us. Okay. That's where we actually met him and stuff. So yeah, we definitely have. I know he's still doing his thing and killing it and all over again. Like I haven't seen him on any shows. Like he hasn't done any shows we've been doing. I don't think so. But yeah, no, he's pretty cool.
He has a reduced now, but yeah.
Yeah, Corbin, Cruz, Cannon, all those guys like at some point came through MCW, so that was pretty cool. Like even like back then, it's kind of like you're a little. You try not to be, but you're a little starstruck just because of what those guys were doing, and are still doing. So to be able to say that we've, seen what kind of greatness these guys are already, what everybody else is seeing the greatness, and being able to see it up close and work shows with them was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like people are like, oh, do you know Eric Cannon or do you know of Eric Cannon? I'm like, yeah, I've been on shows with Cannon. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how big like Corbin and Cannon are for like the indie scene here. It's kind of like they're like superstars of the indie scene. So it's kind of cool to say like, you've been on shows with them or like you got to pick their brain a little bit. Stuff goes down. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. They're still killing it. Hopefully we'll get to reunite, see them on some other show or do something for them. So that, I know Cannon is killing it with like the First Ave stuff. So
yeah, he's been really doing a really good job with that. And I've been to at least one show, and it wasn't on First Ave, but it was in First Wrestling, and they definitely had an awesome show. So
yeah, that's cool.
I think it was at the Temple of Aaron, where they've done a lot of shows there. So, yeah,
Temple of Aaron. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Cannon's been in the business for a long time, but I think only as of recently I've been seeing his stuff. But with Corbin, I've seen his stuff for the last like 6 or 7 years now. So he was there when I first started watching independent wrestling in 2017, and this great character, great wrestler. He definitely knows what he's doing, and he has great promos too. So.
Oh, dude, his promos are awesome.
Yeah, he's gold. He's
pretty gold.
Yeah.
Like I watched the man wrestle a broom once, and he got the broom over. Like legitimately, just he wrestled a broom, and the broom was the most over thing on the card. I'm just like,
I didn't even want it.
like that. You're good if you can get a broom over that. He's one of my favorites going. Honestly, he's too good. He's too good.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Jesse, you have a question?
Yep, I have one more question, then we'll let these guys go for the night. Have you guys had any interactions with the system about maybe joining forces with him?
Oh, Jesse just likes to put us on blast, huh?
Yeah, I like his questions. I do like his questions. Holy crap. No.
Listen,
no.
I'm selfish. I like gold. Joe went down, and I was like, I might go after the system's title. Big amendment real quick. Take his belt. Nah,
no, you didn't. Shut up. Don't lie to them.
Trying to look good here, all right?
You gotta try harder. No. We got to interact with the system that Fairbolt show when we turned on Leonard, but he's really good too. The system is really, really good. I feel like he needs to get more publicity, talked about more. He's really good. He just makes it look pretty easy. His character, everything is just golden when he comes out with the violin and everything. Oh, so perfect.
I mean, he owes us for saving his title too. So there's also that. He needs to talk to management and get us a title shot.
True. That's true. That's true. We did help him save that. That's true. He owes us technically. We might have to make some phone calls after this.
I'm just saying.
Got to get on that phone and start making some calls about that.
Yeah.
That is a very valid point. Man, that might be something we do when we come back to MAW.
Yeah, that's true. I wish System was in a tag team because he was doing stuff with the Rising, but I don't know if that's still a thing or anything. So let's put you guys in a handicap match; it'll be fine.
Right?
Yeah.
No, oh man, that'd be cool to be able to wrestle the System at least once. I don't know how because we're both heels, but it'd be cool. Make it work.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We got a bunch of options now that we come back fresh.
See, now that you say that, a good tag team would be Darren Corbin and the System because they both could run their mouths, so it'd be beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be something right there.
That would be chaotic. I don't know.
It might be a lethal force.
Something. I don't know. Don't get these. No, stop it.
Derek's still in the pot already, guys. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I like Jesse's questions. He's just going straight for it.
He's a straight shooter.
Appreciate it.
I respect it. I ain't mad. I respect it.
Yeah.
Just so.
See what these wrestlers think about controversial questions. So.
Right.
Well, there we go.
No, hopefully we'll be. I'll at least hopefully be back and able by July. So hopefully we'll pop in on one of those shows that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You just never know now. You just never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw a comment now from Dick Yerk. He says, when will the summit come back?
Oh, boy. See?
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of things to say about that, but we'll keep it PG.
Right. We're looking at July, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping July.
We're aiming towards July.
Aiming towards July, but there's a lot of shows happening in July. I don't know what August is going to look like, but hopefully July will be at least at one of them. So,
yeah.
I'm not going to try and push my foot too bad, but man, I'm tired of sitting on the couch. I need to go. I want to go. I want to kick people
We just
again.
go up to MAW and like bust TJ in the head with a crutch or Leonard in the head with a crutch. You know what I'm saying? We could just show up and be like, hey, how's it going?
Why do you got to give everything away? But what if we were going to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Now they know. Thanks.
Can we use something else?
That is another one though. I do want to wrestle Leonard Literacy and Jerry again. We do want to get redemption for that. That is another one. Run it back one more time. That was fun. But but MAW Gold, APW, well, hopefully APW Gold, Pete ever gets on that. Yeah, that's kind of the goal. Get back and have fun again. Wrestle some new people, some new peeps.
New peeps.
Ghetto Gear Solid. Hopefully we'll run into NDS somewhere. Who else we got? Hardy's, according to Dick.
Yeah.
No, we'll get. I have yet to wrestle or touch Rampage Santana in the ring. Fury has. I haven't yet.
I've tagged with him. I've never wrestled him.
Well, right. I guess interact with him. I don't know. Wild Pete would be cool. Again, we go way back with Wild Pete. That'd be cool. There's a lot of teams. Like, Valhalla Rising.
Yeah.
They're cool. They're really good. That would be fun. If you don't know anything about them yet, you'd look them up. They did stuff for Pete, APW. They come out in like all Viking stuff. It's awesome. That's who I tagged with, actually, the one show that me and him didn't get to wrestle with each other. But there are some teams out there, and I'm itching to get back. I'm really itching. So hopefully July will pop up.
Okay.
Again. We have new gear ready. We got shirts ready. Pro Wrestling Tees Summit. You got your figures to promote.
Yeah.
We're all in on it. Hopefully I'll get to see you at some shows.
Yeah. I definitely want to see what I want to see what the summit's all about, because I've only heard and seen videos. So
and those don't do it justice, I guess. Like, we have fun. It's fun. We mess with each other. You better hope we don't see you there. We'll probably mess with you.
Oh, that's gonna happen. Like, that's a given. That's happening.
That's a given now. Now it's gonna happen.
Oh man.
No, we just try to have fun, good time. See, if we would have known that Jesse was at that Fairbolt show, I would have made sure we would have walked by him for sure when we left out the side door. At the time, but no, it's so I don't know. Hopefully we'll, especially if we do pop up in Fairbolt, hopefully we'll see you there. But hopefully July.
Hopefully July. Okay.
Hopefully July.
Okay. Yeah. We got a goal for that. So yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. Yeah. I think that's a good thing. Just keep Summit maybe in July. So I think fans definitely would be looking forward to that. So yeah.
Can't wait to see everybody, the fans, everybody again. July.
Yeah.
We should do this again.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm down.
Definitely.
I won't be at work next time.
Sounds good.
All right. Sounds good. All
All
right.
right, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you guys.
Being on the
Thank
show.
you, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. gave me something to do besides being on a couch. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Keeping us somewhat relevant for a minute.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thank you
Awesome.
for being on the show, guys. And
Yep.
yeah, I think it'd be awesome to talk to you guys again. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have a good
appreciate
night,
it.
guys. Yep.
Have a good night.
Yep. You too.
and